Happy Friday. Welcome to Analog Allies episode 45. There's something blocking my screen. I couldn't see the number. I am RGT, as always. Joined, I don't know where my mind's kind of broken right now, evidently. Joined as always by Brett. Brett, how are we doing?
Doing pretty good. It's Friday, thank God.
It's Friday indeed. A much quieter week in the world of video games, but still some stuff worth talking about. Give some shout outs to people in the chat. We got channel members Pickle Rick and Brian in the building. We also got Big T, Roger, Christian, Stefan, Loco Main. What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone is indeed doing well. Brett, what's up, Michelle? Brett, did you play anything interesting this week?
I've mainly been playing Pokemon Fire Red.
Still on that, on the ROG Ally.
6 badges in. I'm going to beat it soon.
You didn't get Pocoia?
Nah.
Not interested in it?
I'm not. The only cozy games franchise that I've really ever gotten super into is Animal Crossing. A little bit of Sims with the herbs, but no.
I mean, this is supposed to be like a better Animal Crossing. That's what the streets are saying.
There's something about Animal Crossing's entire vibe and aesthetic that is the most appealing. Even though they make things very difficult to do the simplest things, it's like super like time consuming. There's something about it that it's the only one that I like. I've never been able to get into any other cozy games.
Did you ever play Dragon Quest Builders?
Okay, yeah, I did play Dragon Quest Builders. I did like that.
This is Dragon Quest Builders with
I
Pokemon.
know, same studio. But even then, I only really played that game because I reviewed it. And that's the reason why.
What score did you give it?
I think like a 8.
So this is right up your alley.
I liked it, but even then, I probably wouldn't even have played it had I not gotten a review copy. Know what I mean? But someone I game share with might buy it, so if they do, I'm gonna play it.
I see.
Someone named Sean.
No, I'm not. What? I'm not buying that fucking game. Are you crazy?
I also don't game share with you.
And
you won't game share with me, you bastard.
If we did, we would not be playing Pocoia. I game shared with Spawnwave and Nate the other night for WWE 2K26.
I meant like
great.
the game sharing.
We beat up. Oh, like that shit? Fuck no! I'm not going to jail for you. Scott Woodford, member for 41 months. Hold on here. Let me get to my area.
I will say though,
I didn't mean that one. Happy Friday. Everyone pays $80 for WWE 2K Monday Night Wars edition on PC. I paid $150 for the Switch 2 edition. And they did do an update on it that came out today that did fix some things, but it also made something very weird. Go check out that video. I mean, at the end of the day, I do like the game. I do have fun playing the game. I think the physics are really good, but there are things that need to be ironed out. And like the dudes over at New Legacy Inc., who always, they play all the latest wrestling games and they do like tons of content on them and stuff. John Blood's starting to notice a bunch of shit. And yeah, he's not liking that too much. Michelle, member for 4 months. Appreciate you. The CarMax Pinto is holding up well. Everything is good. Bobo with $1.99er. Y'all seeing the White House Twitter post? Holy man, that's sure a thing.
Yep.
I mean that's a thing. But yeah,
we live in a strange time. I will say that.
We live in a strange. It's yeah. And the bad part is, it's only gonna get worse. Like, it doesn't matter once you kind of break the seal on shit like that, like, it just gets worse because that habitual line stepper. The line is drawn, and then you tiptoe over it a little bit, and nothing happens. You don't get the it's not like an electric fence. You don't get the little shock. But what happens is people, you give someone an inch, they take a mile, and that's just how the world is going to be from now on. I'm glad I don't have kids, because by the time shit gets really bad, I'll probably be dead. Pickle Rick with a $2 dono. Loved Requiem. Fastest completion time is 3 hours and 36 minutes and 13 seconds. That's pretty damn quick. I'm still working on a second run. I kind of just want to go through on casual mode just to get up a bunch of points so I can unlock a bunch of stuff in the store. But yeah, I love that game. I think it's so good. Who didn't like it? You didn't like it? You didn't like it as much? Who did I have a debate, an argument with? Was he? Oh no, it was my IRL friend from high school. He asked me. He said he loved the gray shit, but he didn't like Leon. He preferred Leon in 4 to this, and I was like, I don't know, man. It's kind of a progression, I feel.
Yeah.
Juicy Mangoes with a $2. Thank you for the support, everyone. It's a great start to the night with the support. RGT85 is one of the worst Nintendo YouTubers. Well, thankfully I'm not one, but I don't know what Rotwood is, and just because you keep bringing it up, I will never play it. Look at me. I will never play Rotwood.
I've never even heard of it.
But yeah, WWE's funky thing. You know what I actually bought on sale and played a little bit of this week, and I plan on playing more of it. I'm gonna look up this Rotwood.
What's the genre? I really want to try and guess.
I don't like the artwork already. No, I'm not playing this. I am not playing this. This looks like the most anti-me game. And do you even know me? There is no Pocoia review. There will never be
Was the game you bought the last Mario and Luigi game?
No, fuck no. Look at this. Does this look like a game that I am ever going to play in my life?
No. Early access.
It was in the Indie Direct. I slept through it. I just watched the highlights. $30 dues. You're crazy. You know what I could do with $30 dues? I'm sure it's a fine game, but yeah, that doesn't look appealing to me. I bought Lego City Undercover on the Switch.
Oh,
I just had it was $4. I just kind of had a hankering for it, and I saw it, and I was like, why not? So I bought that. I've been playing that a little bit. I've still been grinding away on Tokyo Extreme Racer. Maybe I'll finally make a video on it this weekend. I have a lot of things I want to say about it. And my car detailer picked up one of my Pintos yesterday. Because he came to my house and he was like, because he hadn't seen the new Pinto. Because we've been having shitty weather and some of his equipment broke, and he redid his van. He got all this shit. And so I'm like, oh, look, it's the new Pinto. And he was like, oh yeah, that's awesome. He's like, I really like your other one though. Can I take it for 10 days and fix a couple things? I'll get you a new spoiler. I'll there's a little spot on the front bumper. I'll clean that up for you. I'll do a paint correction. I'll do a PPF on it. And I'm like, I really don't want to spend money. I was like, oh no, I'll just charge you cost. I'll charge you cost because we've been working with each other for 4 years. You don't even have to pay me this month. You could just pay me next month, and I'll just make videos on it on Instagram. And I'm like, fine. So he has that car for 10 more days or something. He just picked it up yesterday. So yes, I do need some money. So thank you for the support. Yeah, I will be fucking with the He-Man game. Superman Man in the building. Crimson Desert has unreasonable hype, and I'm concerned for it. Crimson Desert looks like a really great tech demo with a game that doesn't really have a main focus. Kevin Kenson made a very good video on it. He did a preview event where like the first 3 hours of him playing were like the start of a game, and then the last hour was like a souped up character. And he's like, I never really understood the vibe of like what the focus is. Like, it seems like a game without focus. I'm gonna check it out. Just a spoiler alert. You know how shithead John does the things where what up, Albo? Where he plays like this is how blah 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 looks on PS5 Pro. Like the first hour, he's doing that with Crimson Desert. So don't fall into his trap of him doing it and listening. And why? Like, how could you listen to that man talk about a game for an hour? Like, I would.
You talking about Digital Foundry's video?
No, I'm talking about Spawn Wave. He's already planning. He's already planning on doing, like, he already told me, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do like the first hour or two of Crimson Desert when it comes out, and see how it runs on the PS5 Pro. Like, the tech specs are already out there. Nobody cares. People are not interested in how the game necessarily runs on it, but there is some fuckery. Okay, so this is gonna be our first topic.
What do you? Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's weird that the game's getting closer and closer. Out of all consoles, we've only seen the most powerful one in terms of gameplay.
Did you hear about that whole situation
with the PS5 Pro
at Digital Foundry?
Yeah, I watched that video.
But did you hear about the situation about how they got it?
What's the situation you're talking about?
So
about how they got that?
Yeah.
Was it some type of sponsorship?
No. I think it's even weirder than that. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not talking shit about Digital Foundry. But what I am saying is, when you preview a game, there's two ways to do it. You go to an in-person event, or they do what? They send you a code, right?
Yep.
They did not send Digital Foundry a code. Digital Foundry did not go to an event. Do you know what they sent Digital Foundry?
A hard drive?
A PS5 Pro to play it on.
What?
And once that was brought up, some people in my circle were like, was it a retail kit or a dev kit? And I was like, we don't know. They never said. No one ever really asked. But they sent over a PS5 Pro with the game on it and said, play it. Here you go. You can check it out. I'm sorry. That's a little bit strange to me. Because John's in the chat and he was like, oh, you think this is another Cyberpunk situation? I don't think it's nearly as bad as Cyberpunk. But I think there is some weird stuff going on, because if that was like a slightly modified or something, like, I don't know, something about I've never heard of a company. Okay, so what game was that? I did a sponsor spot for, I think it was Skater XL on the Switch One, which is perfect for me because skateboarding. That's why my feet are fucking broken and my back hurts. They actually sent me a skinned Skater XL Switch One that I did a short. I think they wanted me to like unbox it and do a short on it or something. I was like, fine. That was after I played the game. It's not like they sent me the Switch with the game. I mean, I had 2 or 3 Switches at the time, but like that's like apples and oranges to me when we're talking about preview builds and stuff like that. Hold on, my mama Sita just sent me a picture.
I thought people already had review codes for this game
for PC.
I just think it's weird that we haven't seen. Have we seen any base PS5 or Series X or S footage of this game?
No.
That's not a good sign. The game might be great, but that's
every code is. Which, once again, what was another game where every code was PC?
Cyberpunk.
Every code is PC, and the only people that have a console version of it are Digital Foundry. I'm not saying there's fuckery afoot. Digital Foundry usually is on the up and up.
I mean, if every code is PC, that right there is fuckery. Like that, the game.
Well, no, I'm saying on as far as Digital Foundry is concerned, like I don't think they're being nefarious or anything like that. I think they're just.
I think the publisher is.
They're just dealing with the hand that they got. Okay. So Johnny, member for 12 months. Hope y'all have a great weekend. I will have a great weekend. Tomorrow is my uncle's annual St. Patrick's Day party, where a bunch of Italians and Hispanics gather to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Now, there are a few people from wedlock that are Irish. Some McKennas. Some McKennas will be there. But yeah, I don't really understand why. I don't understand why that's going to happen. Apparently, that code, Digital Foundry code, is only using Pisser 1, not the new version.
Is PSSR 2 out yet?
I think. I know it's been announced.
Yeah, I think it is out.
While you look that up, Izzle, who's obviously related to me because my nickname was Dizzle, RGT85. I low-key had a dream last night that along with your YouTube channel, you owned a mom and pop shop where you sell video games and action figures. I visited and you were chill as fuck. I've talked to you? Must have heard the stream where I almost did do that. Like, I was very close. I shouldn't say I was very close. In my mind, my mind is kind of all over the place. And I came across a guy on Facebook Marketplace who was local to me who had a storage unit full of like 80s and 90s and early 2000s vintage toys. And he was selling it. He wanted, I don't know how he came across it, but he was selling it as a bulk lot. And I was like, holy fuck it. Like, I'm talking like everything you could want. Turtles, X-Men, Spider-Man, all the Marvel shit, Batman, all the cool shit. All the shit that would sell very easily, by the way. And so he didn't have a price, but I was like, I sent him a message instantly. I was like, yo, get up with me. I want to buy this. And then I started looking around that same night. I started looking around for retail locations. I found a retail location. I found out how much the rent was going to be. And I was like, perfect. I'm going to get this. I'll call this. Once this guy hits me up, I'll call this place in the morning. I'll get the fucking leasing information. I'll sign a lease. I can get all the stuff I need. I'm going to do this. I'll run it, 4 days a week, build up some money, hire an employee, and then I could go in and out like 10 minutes from my house. And the fucker messaged me the next day and he's like, oh, I just sold it. I just sold the lot. And I was like, you piece of shit.
Damn.
You absolute terrible, terrible human. Okay, so Pisser 2 is on RE9.
Yeah. So it is out. But
Shaw
I heard
G.
this game from the
God damn it, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Shaw G gifted 1 stash membership. Appreciate you, broski.
Actually, I will say from the Digital Foundry video, because I've been iffy on this game because of the fact that when you're seeing everything that it's doing and how many different elements of like gameplay there are, it seems like it's too good to be true with how much is going on in this game. Like it would have taken 15 years to develop with how much is going on. So I'm tempted to wait for reviews, but also just kind of want to play it even if it does get like 6s. It just looks that interesting to me.
Well, there are 2 things going in that direction. One is that they're using a lot of assets from a game called Black Desert, I believe it was called, which was an MMO.
I played it.
And 2, it's a Korean company. Who knows what's going on? I mean, I'm not saying anything negative about, Korean companies, but I'm just saying, who knows what tools they're utilizing to create their games. Just saying.
It looks cool though. The Digital Foundry video actually made me more interested than I even already was.
I didn't watch it. I saw some clips though. Sean G, member for 19 months. Great job on the cameo for my son's birthday. He was happy when he saw what I sent him. He barely asked for anything, so I'm glad he liked it. Thank you for getting one. So it was you. I should have put 2 and 2 together when you said your name was Sean. But yeah, no problem. You can find me on Cameo, RGT85. I swear to God, Osman, you are out of your mind. And
how often do you get those?
It depends. Like sometimes I'll get like 3 in a day. Sometimes I'll get like 1 in a month. There's no real frequency to it.
That's cool.
Just depends. I've actually, it's funny. I've never cashed it out either. I just got all the funds just sitting in there because they like taxi on it. So
Does
I'm like
it
waiting.
expire?
No. It's just
Okay.
it's just money. We do not need a sequel to Rotwood, and the Lakers. You are hampered by LeBron James. You play statistically worse when that man is on the floor. You just don't even. All right. So what do you want to talk about first? The Cope or the Helix?
Let's delve into some Cope.
So this week, according to insiders,
Yeah.
was supposed to be the week. There was going to be a cool Nintendo Direct, where
the next 3D Mario was going to get revealed.
Yep, and then it's probably going to happen Martin Day. Oh, it's probably gonna the 12th. Nash Weedle said 12, and everyone was like, "Oh, the 12th is when it's going to happen." And then nothing happened on the 12th, and people were like, "Oh, well, the Future Game Show Spring Edition happened on the 12th." Something that was announced months ago as happening on March 12th. Sorry, that's not insider information. So yes, we did get two things. A new Mario Galaxy movie trailer. What'd you think about that?
It looks pretty entertaining, but I'm not super excited.
Do you see people think that Fox McCloud is in the movie?
Oh yeah, I did see that. What if he is? I think that would be, if he's gonna show up in any Mario movie, it would be the one that's Galaxy,
Yeah.
And this could be like the beginning of, the Super Smash Brothers crossover movie.
So that'd
be freaking awesome.
Here's the image that everyone is talking about with this. There's like a back shot pause of the characters in the movie, and so we got Yoshi, Toad, Mario, and then we got this dude here, and like that's kind of Fox McCloudy looking.
I've seen like a better looking picture of what we're looking at though.
It's probably AI enhanced.
I don't know.
But
yeah, it seems like it looks like the side of Cloud, but that would be pretty bold.
Cloud's in the game?
Fox McCloud.
Fox McCloud are in the movie. I didn't watch the Direct. I did not watch the second trailer. I don't really care.
Did you see the first movie?
I watched an hour of it and I was like, this is fine, and I turned it off.
I thought it was decent.
I mean, it's just, to me, it's like I'd rather just play a Mario game, like,
yeah.
I don't really. It's I don't know. It's just.
I felt like there were some missed opportunities, especially like utilizing Mario's music. Like they used a lot of licensed music and not Mario music, and I thought that was kind of lame. Like they open with, if I'm remembering correctly, it opens with the Beastie Boys. I'm like, this could have been like the Mario theme and been just as cool. But yeah,
I don't know either. And then the big announcement on Martin Day itself. No, Martin Lawrence is not in the Mario film, but Donald Glover is the voice of Yoshi. This should not sound racist because it's not racist. But when I first heard about Donald Glover as an actor, I didn't put two and two together that Childish Gambino was Donald Glover. I thought it was Danny Glover's son.
And then he played a younger version of Lando as well.
Like that just fucked me up. I was like, oh, that must be son. But to be fair, on the opposite, it's his nephew. Okay. To be fair, on the opposite side of the spectrum, I thought Michael Keaton was related to Buster Keaton, but Michael Keaton's last name is not Keaton. Like that's his stage, like some Mark Twain type shit. That's not his actual last name.
Danny Glover is his uncle.
That's what JP is God said. Thank you. Thank you, C. Strachan Creative. See, it's not just me. I thought I don't know. It's like
I didn't know that.
they I mean, they don't look similar. I don't know. They got a similar head shape. They look like they'd be kin. Glover. A lot of younger folks that get into Hollywood are because of their parents and shit like that. Like M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. I didn't realize that was his daughter in that fucking movie that I hated.
Oh yeah, the singer.
Yeah, she's cute. But anyways,
so bad though.
Oh, they're not related.
Dude,
at
I
all,
was
so
cracking
Zach.
up. After that episode, I went and watched your video on that movie, and I was dying. It was so fun. It was so correct. It was terrible.
I was so mad after watching that.
Oh yeah, Benny Sadfie. Sadfie. I don't know. He's a director of some movies, but he plays Baby Bout. What's the Koopa Troopa, like the main dude? What's his name's escaping me.
Fuck you, Jaffe. You definitely got me there. He's the director of Uncut Gems. I don't know who dude.
Uncut Gems is super good.
I am so disconnected from like modern Hollywood. I didn't realize like that Timothée Chalamet guy that everyone talks about. I only knew him because he was a Knicks fan, and I watched him in the Wonka movie that came out. That was like the prequel of like Willy Wonka's life, and I liked the movie. And like I didn't realize that was the same dude. I was like, oh, this isn't bad. This is a decent watch. And then I was like, oh wait, that's the fucking Knicks fan. Anyways, the big announcement on Marten Day. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is coming out in May. And it looks like a puzzle platformer. $60. I guess variable pricing. I thought it was going to be 70. I even said in my video it was 70, but $60. And I have to tell you, from the absolute bottom of my heart, I think this game looks like garbage. I think this looks like hot garbage. And that's just me, though. And they could be hiding something with it. There could be something more to it. I think Pocoia looks more interesting than this game does. Not to say this in a negative way, but it kind of gives me like a mid-budget indie game vibe. Like a $30 indie game. It's like, okay, they're doing something different. They're doing something different. But like, okay. Jaffe brings up a point, with Epic Yard and Kirby Air Riders, but like Canvas Curse was a fucking banger on the DS. Canvas Curse was an awesome game. I love that game. And I think some of it has to do with the fact that, we were paying $40 for those games on the DS and stuff like that. Like that's actually not a bad video idea. Like, why do we get games like this where it's like clearly the budget is small, but they still come in at a big price? And it's almost like because Nintendo doesn't have a dedicated handheld anymore. Like, do you think Yoshi and the Mysterious Book would have came out on like a flagship console if they had a handheld to put it on? Like, doesn't that seem more like a handheld game? Because Yoshi games used to, I'm not a big fan of Yoshi's Story, or the Mario 2 on the Super Nintendo because of the fucking crying Mario. But like the one on the N64 was dope. I like that. I don't know.
All I know is Canvas Curse was freaking awesome. I loved that game.
Canvas Curse was dope. Psychosis Patient, member for 43 months, that is. Throwing the freebie. Thank you, Psychosis Patient. Thank you all for the support. But yeah, like, I don't know. And then you kind of go into the conversation of, people are now crashing out. Where's the direct? Where's the direct? And it's like, motherfucker, they've had all these games announced. They just didn't have release dates, and they could easily do that. And you constantly hear, oh, they're clearing the slate. They're clearing the slate. They're clearing the slate. Maybe, or maybe they're not. Maybe if you listen to Nintendo's words before the Switch 2 came out, when they said development cycles would be longer for some of the bigger games, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to diversify your portfolio here. You got to have multiple systems and multiple things going on. I don't know why that popped up red, but it popped up red. Osman Tariq with a 99 euro cent. I don't know. Let's see the conversion rate for that. That's $1. That's $1.14, baby.
Nice.
More than an American dollar. Let's go. But see, they do have stuff in the pipeline. Rhythm Heaven, Tomodachi Life, Fire Emblem, Splatoon Raiders. And you have to, and Yoshi, and you have to compare it to PlayStation. PlayStation's doing what, 4 games this year, and that's considered like crazy.
That's unique for them. It's usually like 1 plus MLB.
Right. Like, you know, I think it's just a different thing that we're encountering with Nintendo. And to be fair, there was droughts like this on the Switch 1, at least with the Switch 2. Like the third party games are a lot more interesting. Like you can actually play new ones on there, or you can have an Xbox and a PlayStation to supplement it. But I never
feel like there's ever a drought of video games. I am overwhelmed pretty much all year, 365 days. Like, there's too many games. I can't keep up with what I want to play. So I'm perfectly fine with fewer games from any publisher because I have a huge backlog that I can play if nothing is coming out.
Yeah, but, you know.
But if I only had a Switch 2, like if I specifically only played Switch 2, then I guess I could see where those people are coming from with Nintendo games.
But you know how people are. People in general want the latest and greatest. They want, you know, this, that, or the other. They want, you know, they want what they want. People are selfish at the end of the day, which is fine. Like, I am selfish when it comes to my games. I'm not going to, you know, convince myself that I want a particular game. I'm trying to, I could bring up Metacritic. Upcoming Switch 2 games. But like, if you look here, like, let's say you only own a Switch 2. What am I going to play? I mean, there's stuff coming out. Like, let's bring this up here.
What are you looking for?
This. So, like, okay. The 16th, Starship Troopers, you should buy that. I'm going to buy that because I really liked the demo that I played. Super fun. People like Shadow Tactics. Warframe is coming out, Switch 2 edition. You got Gullah Gullah Island. You got Virtua Fighter 5. You got South of Midnight. Maybe you're into South of Midnight. Midnight Walk. I think I'm doing something with them. I think we're doing a short for them, or you're doing the short.
Okay.
Super Meat Boy 3D, Legacy of Kain. This is March. All right.
Darwin's Paradox.
I'm getting Virtua Fighter 5. The demo was a little rough around the edges, but hopefully they fixed it up. I'm getting Starship Troopers. I don't think I'm getting Gullah Gullah Island. I might get the Midnight Walk. Super Meat Boy is a maybe. Those games I'm just not good at. But like, you know,
Gavin's fucking insane at Super Meat Boy.
Indiana Jones, Pragmata, High on Life 2, Bubsy 4D, Tales of, like, you didn't have Pragmata last generation. You didn't have High on
Probably
Life.
Probably not
2.
even High on Life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
like
the first one came to Switch 1, right? But it was shitty.
Yeah, it was real crusty. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at things like that. Lemstar with a $4.99er. When the hell are we getting an RGT 85 DSP stream? His power went out today. It was a whole
He's starting
big
to
thing.
show up on my feed a lot more lately.
Good. His power went out today, and he was very unhappy. He blamed it on the power company, calling them inept, all of this sort of stuff. They got like 2 inches of snow where he was, and it took out the power. But now he's back. So he was playing. Like, there's always, maybe it's not on constantly, but like if I'm in a room doing something and I have another screen in there, I will see what he's up to because I find it to be hilarious. But yeah, like I just think if Nintendo was like, hey, we're not doing a direct till June, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I could see that. But I really want to know more about Fire Emblem and some other games.
You get the 8-minute trailer, the Fire Emblem Direct. Now that does piss me off. I hate how they're devaluing the word direct.
Yeah,
everything's
like,
a fucking
with the
direct.
Mario trailer, making that a direct. Like, why? Just call it a live freaking premiere of the trailer.
Yeah, like, I don't know. That's corny to me because it does kind of devalue the thing to me. But it's a new era. It's a new generation. And honestly speaking, part of the reason that the Switch 1 had such a banger first year was because the Wii U didn't sell. And they stopped making games for that godforsaken thing. And they were just like, all right, let's just move everything.
Did you know that this year in October will be the 15-year anniversary for the very first Nintendo Direct?
I hope they don't do anything for it.
Probably won't, but
just
it's pretty crazy.
It's
Dude, do you remember? Sorry,
go ahead. I go.
I was gonna say, like, do you remember when Directs first started and how, like, I wasn't really a fan of it, like, of the format or anything. I much preferred like them being at E3 and having like a big live presentation.
I wasn't paying attention. That was 15 years ago. I was playing games, but I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't
I loved
working.
E3, so I was sad when they switched
fucked with
to live
E3,
streams.
but like I wasn't following the industry nearly as much until I started working in it a couple of years later. Okay. New member, who dis? Thank you. Or who this is? Who this is? This is Rapper Frontelli. Who this? Oh, this P. P. Yeah, this P. This P. Let me make it say, oh. This ain't no motherfucking P. Yeah, so I really think they can drag their ass and not do one till June. And like people will be fine. Everything will be fine. Like fucking Pocoia sold 2.2 mil in 4 days.
The way you say Pocoia, you're the only person I know that says it like that.
Wrong. Someone in a Nintendo in one of the Pokemon Presents presentations pronounced it Pocoia.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize
it makes more sense to me than Pocoia.
Yeah, like I like how Pocoia sounds, but Pocoia sounds
it's
more like
the fucking treehouse. It's because the fucking treehouse people said it. Treehouse had a fucking hooker working there. I'm not gonna listen to them for guidance on stuff like that.
Shaming right now?
I'm not sex shaming. I'm just she was moonlighting as a hooker, so she didn't even tell Nintendo. Shout outs to Allison Rapp. But yeah, I mean, Pocoia 2.2 mil in 4 days. Look, you could say, oh, it's a Pokemon game. Motherfucker. It does not have the word Pokemon in the title. People are stupid.
That was non-stop in your comments on your video today or yesterday. Everyone, literally almost every comment was, it's in the title of the game, Sean. Which I think it is, isn't it?
Where's the word Pokemon in the
Pokemon trademark Pocoia on like the website, Nintendo's website, when you go to buy it?
What the fuck are you people talking about?
Pokemon Pocoia. It's the name of the game.
Fuck. Well,
you were wrong. Did you never check your comments on that video you posted? Was that today?
No, that was yesterday.
Okay, yeah, literally everyone's saying it's in the title.
Yeah, I meant to do that though. See, it's called
honestly.
engagement.
I never noticed that Pokemon was in the title of it. I thought it was just Pocopia.
Dude, you could have put a gun to my head and said, "Is Pokemon in the title of this game?" And you have to answer right, or else you're gonna die.
You'd say no, it's not.
I wouldn't be here right now. I literally thought it was just this, and there was no Pokemon in there.
Yeah, it just blended in. Like I didn't actually notice either until I saw everyone commenting that it was called Pokemon Pocopia. I'm like, oh, it is. That's weird.
Well, hey, you know, they didn't. Yeah, I said it with my whole chest too, dude. I was on some shit.
Let me see.
There's tomorrow. There's tomorrow's video.
I was wrong about Pokemon Pocopia.
I'm gonna do. This gonna be. I fucked up or something. Like shit, because I was vehement with that. Go ahead, do me a favor, because you know I never like to look at stuff. Go ahead and take some screenshots of people's comments for me, saying that it's in the title, and then just send it to me, and I'll show them in the video tomorrow. That's funny. Fuck, dude.
How many? Like 10?
Yeah, it's fine. That is so funny. Anyways, I mean, but still, like, you know, it's not traditional. It's not traditional. I don't know. I got nothing to say. I fucked that up. You know, hey, my bad. We were going to move into Project Helix, but Brett stepped away. So we're going to talk about something I bought. I went down a rabbit hole of stuff last night because like I don't sleep often, and I watched all these videos about like the Book of Enoch and stuff. Like, you ever watch the Y Files? That shit is dope. And I'm a big fan of the Y Files. And they were talking about the Book of Enoch and the Ethiopian Bible, the Ethiopian Bible. And I went down this rabbit hole with the Ethiopian Bible and like the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilee, and stuff like that. I bought one of these things last night, evidently. Like, I don't know, I was kind of half asleep. And evidently I went on Amazon last night and bought one. So I have an Ethiopian Bible coming in, I think tomorrow or Sunday. And I will be reading that. Because I'm curious. I love shit like that, dog. I'm not like, oh, I'm a big Christian, look at me. But like I find genuine joy. No, I read it. Superman, oh man, I think. Didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I'll read it in a second. I find genuine joy when like shit from the Bible like gets confirmed as like something that actually happened. I don't know why. It's just something weird that like maybe it's a little bit of hope. Like, you know, maybe there is something more out there. Maybe there is, you know, more than what we have here, more than meets the eye, and things like that could kind of confirm things like that. I don't know. I got a weird brain like that. Superman, oh man, with a $2 holla. Gonna give you a super chat instead of Spawncast tomorrow. Good, because I will not be on the Spawncast tomorrow. I will not be home. I will be at my uncle's house. Oh, I bought something else that's really cool too, but I'm gonna make a video on that eventually. I had to disassemble the track today. I didn't mean to say track. I had to disassemble the thing today because they came to clean, and I didn't want
you wanted to see it.
I didn't want them to see it.
Do you have kids? No.
Like, I don't know, they probably think I do. Like, maybe they're just at school when they come to clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm actually really looking forward to fucking with that book on Sunday or Saturday, whenever it comes in. Very, very interested to read the stuff, because like I know, like I could sit here and tell you all sorts of Bible shit. Like, I grew up with like like my grandparents are pretty religious, so by default we went to church every Sunday. I was in Christian schools until 7th grade. So like I learned a lot of that stuff. And, you know, what I took away from it was probably different than what a lot of people take away from it. But, you know, I think kind of like the government, I think there's a lot of fuckery in organized religion. I think it's more so about just your relationship with whatever you believe in is the most important thing. But yeah, we're not going to sidetrack into that. We are going to sidetrack into.
I got some topics.
Project Helix.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot about Helix.
Well, we got 15 minutes left.
It felt like we already talked about this, but we didn't talk about the stuff from GDC.
Yeah. So. Oh no, I love George Carlin, dude. Dude, I love the fucking Giants and the Nephilim and shit, and like the Smithsonian, and like all the fucking corrupt shit that they do. Like, there's a lot, man. That's why I don't fuck with news and shit like that, like world news and shit like that. I can't take anything these motherfuckers say at face value. I can't do it. I just feel like everything is so polluted and corrupted because of, you know, certain individuals out there who are really running the show. They're really running shit. They're really calling the shots. Play Metal Gear Solid 2. You'll expand your mind. But God, this motherfucker. Project Helix.
I'm back.
They were at GDC. The beard man, James Ronald, I think his name is, or Roland or some shit like that. Not even that though, Omni or Omi. Not even necessarily that. Like, I'm sure there are some in there, but I think it's an eclectic group of people. I think it is a eclectic group of people. Probably 12 Patriots. So they talked about this at GDC, which evidently GDC has become like normie central. Like, oh, here, check out the Elden Ring build on the Switch 2. It's like, what?
Since when has this become like a PAX? You know,
I don't know, but I had two motherfuckers feet on the ground there, Celia B and MVG, and both of them told me that downtown San Francisco smells like shit, and that there was feces all over the streets of downtown San Francisco, and they power wash every morning. I told Celia, I said, get me a fucking picture this morning, and she woke up late and they had already power washed the street and there was just like remnants of feces, but she was like, no, there was shit all over the place. And I was like, why does everyone fight me? Why does OJ and fucking Josie fight me on this? I'm just speaking facts. I'm not saying you go into the suburbs of San Francisco. I'm talking about downtown motherfucking San Francisco. Fecal ridden streets. Exactly what my mother saw when she was out there. And like, I don't know. All right. So before we get into that, Scataboo, what are your thoughts on the Talmud from Nick? I don't really know shit about it. I've never read it.
What?
The Torah and shit like that, the Hasidic Jewish Bible, or the like Rabbi Judaism. There's lots of different, just like Christianity, there's different forms of Judaism and shit like that. I don't know anything about it, so I can't really comment on it. I know sometimes people will quote shit from it, and I'm like, oh, that's out of pocket. But I mean, any religious book is going to have shit that you can quote from it that is going to seem out of pocket. So that's just kind of how I take it.
Yeah. Anyway, GDC, Xbox did a little showcase thingy where they talked about future-proofing 4 generations of Xbox on the upcoming Xbox console PC hybrid. They also hinted at let me actually look at their wording on that. It was
I'm trying to bring up
basically
that dude's Twitter that I just used.
They mentioned,
or I don't know, I probably butchered his fucking name when I said it.
They mentioned bringing back classic Xbox games, like iconic games that you can play in a whole new way. Like that was kind of their wording.
Yeah. So okay, I got it pulled up.
Okay.
So Ronald McDonald, as part of our 25th anniversary later this year, the game preservation team will release some iconic games from the past that are now going to be able to be played in entirely new ways. From what I've heard, that is going to be native PC versions, not streaming versions.
Yeah, and like Halo 5, for example, has never been on PC, so that would be pretty cool. And there's lots of older games like the Gears trilogy. A lot of some of those games never came to PC. So once again, that's really cool. And then there was another thing
with Project Helix. Xbox is committed to keeping games from 4 generations of Xbox playable for years to come. And so Conquer and Marcus Phoenix and Sea of Thieves and Halo Infinite of all things.
That might have just been Clobral's image, or was that Xbox's? Because he makes stuff.
I mean, it has Xbox text and shit on it. It's from. Let's see if is it from the. It's not from the news article. Okay, maybe it wasn't.
But.
You know what it is? It's an old Xbox thing talking about like when they did shit for
like backwards compatibility and stuff.
Yeah. Let me get the graph on Helix. All right. I got it up.
Project Helix plays your Xbox, console, and PC games powered by custom AMD FSR Next, including multi-frame generation, lots of shit I don't understand, deep texture compression, and they're sending alpha versions of Project Helix to developers starting in 2027. Which, that to me reads, if they send them in early 2027, they might be aiming for holiday release next year. Or maybe
they would have to be early. If it's early, I think there's a chance of it being holiday 2027. But if it's like anything beyond like April, I think you're looking out for 2028. And it is kind of interesting. You notice that they haven't ever said the word Steam. Somebody was bringing up that in the chat earlier today.
I took that as they're not able to straight up market the Xbox and like use another person's storefront to market their platform.
Why?
Do you think
can't they get permission? Isn't that going to be a driving factor for this thing?
I'm assuming by the time it's announced they will get permission.
Yeah, okay.
But in the moment, I don't think they can just straight up say it's going to play your Steam games.
But like there's so much dumb shit on here.
Lots of stuff that I don't.
Wow, GPU directed work graph execution, next generation ML upscaling.
I mean, keep in mind this is GDC.
Built for next generation of neural rendering. Yeah, but all the idiots are at GDC.
I don't know why GDC
all the brown nosers
personalities now.
I saw all the pictures there. All these wankers were fucking there, and I'm like, why are you there? What are you? You're not a game developers. No. But yeah, definitely interesting to see that talked about. And then there is the Copilot stuff that popped up today, which was actually going to be tomorrow's video, but now tomorrow's video has been canceled until further notice. Maybe that'll end up being Sunday's video because I got to do.
Are you going to do the Pokemon video?
Yeah, I got. Dude, that's just an easy video, and I could just talk shit about myself. I love doing that. You're at home tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
Enjoy editing it, fucko. So I don't even need those pictures. No, you know what? I'll have them up on the second screen because I will have to read them, and then you can figure out everything else.
Someone's gonna be here right when the podcast ends.
That's okay. She can play with the kids, or he. I'm not here to gender.
Calm down.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Do you know for sure? Have you asked her identification?
I'll ask next time.
Yeah, but Copilot is coming on. That's fine. You could show her your work. Women love that.
Yeah.
Do you not have time to do it? If you don't have time to do it, that's fine.
I can get it done before tomorrow.
You get tonight.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Just make it not 15 minutes.
No promises. It probably won't be. I mean, it'll probably
Do
be
a
10,
10-minute for me.
I mean, you could always just throw a lot of Pocoia shit on there. Like
Honestly, that's probably all I'll need to do besides the screenshots.
Yeah, there's 2 trailers, and I'm gonna have the screenshots up because I'm gonna read them.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you want to. Sorry that we're talking about this. Unless you want to, like I read it off screen and then you pop it up on the screen. You know what? Do that. Pick like 4 or 5 of the funniest ones and tell me which ones they are, and like I'll read them, and then you can make it like pop up and have like a little noise when it pops up, so that it looks like a edited video from like a full timer instead of just some idiot in a basement that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing because he refuses to learn. Anyway,
but everything after that's just going to be Pocoia gameplay.
Yeah, that's fine. So Copilot is coming to Xbox Series, and it is going to be integrated into Helix. How do you feel about that?
All I hear is complaints about Copilot, so I'm not very.
You got a Windows PC, don't you?
I have an ROG, so kinda.
Oh, are you a Mac user?
Yep.
Okay, I do not run a sweatshop. Brett has like the easiest job in the world with me.
I do. Basically, show up to this podcast and edit maybe 2 or 3 videos a month.
Maybe a short that because a lot of sponsors like shorts, and I'm not doing that. And that's his fucking. That's what he does full time. He does shorts and shit like that. So that's right in his wheel well. But yeah, I do not like the Copilot integration. I think it's unnecessary, and I feel like for Asha Sharma to say, oh yeah, no AI with Helix, no AI slop, and then like you're kind of throwing some AI in there. But see, like I think there's a difference between a patent and then actually releasing it, because Microsoft did do a patent similar to the Sony patent where it like plays your games for you. But like this is a different thing. This is happening like soon. This is concrete. It's not just a lot of things about patents that you see is, how many, there are channels that go over Nintendo patents all the time, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is not like, remember they're making a second screen for the Switch too. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why would they make a second screen now for the Switch? For what purpose? To make it like a DS?
DS simulators.
A 3D? No, you don't even need to do that. The motherfucker has a touch screen. You chop the screen in half.
But then it would only be playable in handheld mode.
No, it wouldn't. Dude, did you not play DS games on the Wii U?
Yeah, that had 2 screens.
You have a mouse.
I mean, yeah, the mouse.
Now the story changes.
How about this?
The story changes.
There are plenty of 3DS games that never actually used the touchscreen, like the Castlevania games. Did they even use the touchscreen? The ones that just got ported recently?
You're talking about the Castlevania DS games?
Yeah, the ones they're now ported.
It was for a map.
Yeah, but you didn't actually have to touch the screen ever.
No. You had to do a seal on whenever you beat a boss. You had to do a seal, and the way they did
they took that out.
Well, no, they just changed it to buttons. But I found that to be too difficult, so I would just I played that mostly in handheld mode to begin with, and I just used the touch screen to do it. But yeah, Dawn of Sorrow had the seals. And like you would use to break through ice blocks, you would have to touch, and like they mapped that to a button that did like an on-screen cursor.
I feel like there's lots of DS games that could just be tinkered with a little bit to remove any and all touch functionality.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Mario Hoops. Did that really need the 3D, like the touch screen for that?
That's how you dribbled. That's how you shot. What are you talking about?
You don't need to do that, though. That's stupid.
No,
just change it to buttons.
That's a hood classic. That is a hood classic. But once again, you could do that with a Switch. You could do that with most. You could figure a way to make it work if you wanted to. Yeah, they literally did a Virtual Boy shell. Like, oh, I guess that's kind of. But see, like a screen, it would have cost so much more. And you can't like really do a cheap version of a screen.
I just really hope they bring DS to Virtual Console, or not to NSO, not Virtual Console.
I think they will. I think that and Wii will be on it before the generation ends.
With the Wii one, like the Wii app, when you clicked in it and went into it, I feel like with that one, they wouldn't just be able to have every game downloaded, because that's when file sizes started getting much bigger. So I think like you would have to download it individually.
Wii games are like GameCube games, dog. Very similar in size. I think the biggest Wii game was. I don't want to talk out of turn.
When you're getting up to like 5 gigs is a lot for having like 30 games on there.
Metroid Prime Trilogy and Metroid Other M were 7 gigs a piece.
See, that's big. If we're talking 30, 40 games.
Yeah, but we know Metroid Prime 2 is going to come.
Yeah. I think right now, I think they shrink the sizes, because I think right now the GameCube app is like 7 gigs total.
Yeah, I think they do compress it in some way because it's emulation. You can do wonders with emulation. But so we went all over the place with this. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up, though. Project Helix kind of fell off the rails, but that's fine. Hope you enjoyed talks about the government, the Ethiopian Bible, and more on a video game podcast. Give a big thank you to everyone who supported the stream today. Scott Woodford, Michelle, Bobo, Pickle Rick, Juicy Mangoes, Johnny, Sean G ×2, Psychosis Patient, Ozman, Lemstar, Hoodis, Nick, and Nick once again. Fell for it again. Microslop, Xbox Never Learn. I'm just glad I'm a multi-platform owner. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to catch my apology video, because I'm not the brightest tool in the shed sometimes. Brett, would you like to plug anything?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BrettNLL. That's pretty much it.
All right. So if you are a channel member, check out the post tab in the community section. You will see a link to the after show, and we'll be on there. If not, we will catch you guys next week for another show. Later.
See you guys.